Yo, 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 what's up, YouTube family? It's your boy DONCOOZIE. I'm back at you with another hot TikTok reaction video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you be notified whenever I drop some new hot content that you definitely don't want to miss. Let's get right to it.
So I've been thinking about something when it comes to conspiracy theories, and I want y'all to just stick with me. I've been so annoyed by these new conspiracy theorists. Like, I'm talking about the people that just found out in the last 4 years that the government lies to us. And they really piss me off because they have no discernment. Like, they can't use logic to differentiate between something that could be factual and something that's a complete and total fantasy. I feel like if you grew up in a black household, or if you grew up in Appalachia or some other very rural area like that, you grew up with your family talking about conspiracy theories openly. Like the government invented HIV, or the FBI had Martin Luther King Jr., and Lyndon B. Johnson, JFK. Of course, we know aliens exist. We grew up being skeptical of the government because generations in our family grew up watching the government completely fuck us over. Secretly. But all these new conspiracy theorists, they're just now learning this. And they're also searching for reasons why their lives didn't turn out the way they were supposed to. But that's just me. And I don't know shit about fuck.
Google says their quantum chip, their new computer chip, has gained access to parallel universes.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can replay that if you want, but you heard me right. Google says their new quantum chip, shown here, may not have only proven that the multiverse actually exists, but they may have gained access to those parallel universes. I hope this hasn't caused anything weird to happen on Earth in the past few weeks. Yeah, there's stories all over about how that quantum chip has proven the multiverse exists and parallel universes are something we can contact. According to Google, this new quantum chip is so powerful, it can do math equations 10 septillion times faster than the best computer on the planet. So that quantum chip, AI, is basically light years ahead of the best computer that man had made up till now. So let me get this straight. They say they proved the multiverse exists. They say they can contact parallel universes. And since then, thousands of drones have been just going around the Earth watching us. Probably just a coincidence, you know. Yeah. Okay, Pooshkis, I just wanted to share this with you. Shabadoo.
Shabadoo. Had to run it past y'all again.
So it's a breaking news coming out of Jersey. Apparently there's high-level intel from a verified high-level source from top secret special access clearance. Apparently these drones are tracking gamma rays linked to possible weapons of mass destruction and massive counter-terror operations.
What?
Yeah, the Office of Global Access, OGA, a shadowy three-letter agency, has deployed advanced surveillance assets to hunt for stray nukes. Apparently there's a missing nuke in this area.
Oh, that's kind of scary, bro.
So apparently there's a stray nuke. There could possibly be a mass casualty event, a weapon hidden on the east and the west coast. Apparently the assets that are in play: low altitude surveillance aircraft scanning for signals, special ops units are ready for instant action, cyber intel teams start analyzing terror networks. So somebody has misplaced a nuke.
We're saying that it could be the government. The reason why they're not saying anything is because of that.
They lost a nuke.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are?
That's right.
I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
ศาสตราจารย์คุณพูดถูก
เมื่ออยู่บนปากเหวเท่านั้นเราจึงจะเปลี่ยน
That orb. Now, I'm pretty sure that they not gonna let me keep that in this video. They gonna edit out the visual and audio of that movie called The Day the Earth Stood Still, and it's a prime example of how the orbs look, and they put it in the movies. Now, another movie that kind of could show you what these orbs are looking like is called The Knowing with Nicolas Cage, when his son, and you know, he found a capsule, the time capsule at school, in the envelope, and it has those people visiting them and aliens or whatever, and they pick out him and the girl, I guess, that he go to school with or something like that, and they using them to to move them to another planet to be like Adam and Eve. But in that one, it's another prime example of the orbs, the light orbs. It looks just like the orbs that we're seeing in the skies everywhere right now, man. It's just something for you to check out. The movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still, and the movie, The Knowing, with Nicolas Cage. One has Keanu Reeves and the other one has Nicolas Cage. I'm telling you, it's definitely something to make your mind want to be like, man, when I say they put this stuff in the movies, that's what I mean, man. It's right in front of us all the time. It's either what's going to happen or what has happened. Pay attention now.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. They're switching spots. Look, one's going down, one's going up. Oh, wait, they're both going down. Trent, this is crazy. What is that? Some new alien technology or something? Like, I ain't never seen no colors like that. No, nothing like that. No, that's not airplanes. That's not airplanes. That's not like. What the freak? It's like 5 of them in one spot like this. So like doing like a. And then 2 of them went down. You seen them? They disappeared. What is going on with little? They're switching spots and everything. They're making a line. That's crazy. Now they're disappearing.
Okay, we're going to watch order.
The one thing I must add is that they show you these drones, but most of the time when they show these drones, let me go back some. They showing these drones and they said in the first clip, second clip, that they are smelling something, maybe some type of weapon, a dirty bomb, dirty baboon, that, you know, nuclear type device or whatever that they trying to sniff out, they trying to smell. But you gotta ask yourself, why are they only, you know, out at night? Well, not only out at night, but mainly out at night. And one more thing, most of the time you see those drones out there near an orb or something, and here lately they've been showing video clips, and I showed you a clip where the drones were somewhat like running up on the, flying up on the orbs, and the orb, you know, I guess as a self-defense mechanism, it took the drones down, you know. But it's not a coincidence, man. I feel like it's deeper than what they telling us, but hey, man, it's up for us to figure it out. And like I always say, don't believe everything they tell us, man. You got to question everything. But I always say, don't fall for the boo-boo, man. And that's just what it is. And y'all don't forget to get your Don't Fall for the Boo-boo merch. It's going to be in the left-hand corner down there. It's going to say products. That's where you can get some merch, some hoodies and t-shirts from off of Spring. And go down to the video description. That means click on the title, scroll down, and it'll show a link that says get your Don't Fall for the Boo-boo merch. And that's for my Printify site with the graffiti print Don't Fall for the Boo-boo shirts. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, you're going to like it. You're going to love it. Hoodies, sweatshirts, jackets, shirts, t-shirts. Even got some shirts on there for toddlers or infants. And if you want to learn how to go viral on YouTube, go ahead and buy the course. It's in the link too. It's a link. It's in the video description also as well. And it's on my Patreon. So y'all go check me out on Patreon. Let's get it.
Well, listen, I know it's late, but, you know, seeing a lot of crazy stuff online, stuff that's going on in New Jersey, north, stuff like that. Other places like Argentina, you know, Vietnam. So, listen, I understand the sensationalism. I understand that it's nerve-wracking. I understand that it's invasive. But before everybody loses their marbles, I'm not just speaking to you as a cop. I'm not just speaking to you as another guy. I'm also speaking to you from the standpoint of an ex-government employee. And I'm asking you this as an American patriot and citizen. There's a couple things that I want you to consider. Okay? Before everybody loses their mind, we have to keep our wits about us, and we need to ask ourselves a couple questions, some critical questions. First question is, who benefits from this? Who stands to benefit from this? I'd look for major transactions in the stock market. I'd see who's invested in what. Another question that you need to ask is, who's really quiet right now? You need to ask that. You also need to ask, if we were to play this out to its logical conclusion and we were to accept the fact that we need the government to come in and save us, would this event justify government expansion in the erosion of our rights and privacy? That's what you need to ask. Okay? So listen, I understand the fear, but just understand that when you're put in fear, you are very easily controlled. That is the easiest way to control somebody, is to put them in fear. I don't know what these things are. Okay? Doesn't seem like anybody else does either. But I can tell you who does know. The government knows. They know. 100%. They know what they are. They know where they came from. They know where they're going. They know what they want. They know what they're here for. They know who sent them. They know. I'm telling you. They know. And some of us out here, we know as well. I'm not talking about law enforcement, but I'm talking about citizens. Certain citizens here, we know. We know what these things are. But I would just tell you this, okay? The strong delusion isn't on the way. Strong delusion is here. Okay? You have to remember, these are interdimensional beings. They completely defy the laws of physics. Okay? Encounters with them are deeply terrifying. Contact with them, they promise hidden knowledge. That's always a heresy. Oh, God's a woman. God's this. God's, there is no God. You're God. Okay? It's very telling. It's very telling. Also, look into the fact that every single time, and I have my own story with this from years ago. I've been talking about this stuff for years, but again, if you would have talked to me 15 years ago, you would have thought I was crazy and you would have had me Bakeracted. But now all of a sudden that everybody's seeing all these things everywhere, suddenly it's not so crazy anymore. But I'll tell you about a story that I had with something similar to this. And I can personally attest to the fact that, just like they're saying here, contact with these things stop on a dime. Not just contact, but abductions or anything like that stop on a dime the second you mention the name the Lord Jesus Christ. Whether you believe in Christianity or you don't, that's very telling. I'll come out with more videos on this stuff. Use your brain. Think. Ask these questions. They're important. Who stands to benefit? Use our noodles.
Knowledge is power. Don't forget that. Always use your own discernment. Always do your own research. Continue. And if law enforcement telling you they know, they know. Free game.
The RH negative. The people, there are people on the face of this planet, and there's a bunch of them. There's 8 billion people on the face of this planet, but and there's a bunch of people in it. It's in the millions that have supernatural DNA in them. And he told me, he came straight out and told me to keep talking about the stuff that I'm talking about. He told me that yes, there are people on this planet, and there's millions of them. Regardless of race, whatever, it doesn't matter. They're of all different nationalities, race, whatever, ages and everything, that have supernatural DNA in them, that have abilities in them, that are like the superhero stuff that you're seeing. Okay? And that's why all these movies are coming out. Scientists believe it too. Watch what I found on another documentary, and there's thousands of documentaries like this.
Stories of superheroes hiding in plain sight, of gods living anonymously among us, are common because they describe a time when extraterrestrials did just that.
We have a deep inner longing to have that story retold. We can be exposed to certain technologies that activate this dormant DNA within us, that propel us to the next level of what it means to be a live, evolved human being.
So basically, it's in our DNA, and they know that it's in our DNA. They know that it was shut off. Jiminy Cricket told me that they are fearful that at some point, they don't know when, it's going to be activated. Just like in the Terminator, when the machines went offline, and all of a sudden, boom, they just go off and start doing all crazy stuff, a mind of their own, and taking care of business. That's what they're afraid of. They're afraid that the millions of people, and they're trying to find these people. They're trying to locate and they're going through their DNA. They're going through however they can find these people. I believe it. I believe it because the evidence is out there. And look at all the people that something bad has happened to them. They've gotten arrested. They've gotten locked up and done all this thing. They've been censored. They've gone missing. Because all that information totally destroys their agenda. Look at these stars just popping out, and all of a sudden they look like they're 20, 30 years younger. Plastic surgery can only do so much, okay? There's a point where you're going to look like that dude off of one of the Star Trek movies who they kept stretching his skin and keep making him live longer and look terrible. They know something. And these stars are paying a hefty price to have that technology and to have access to what we already have inside of us. Do you understand what I'm saying? We have it in us. They don't want us to find out. We're the common people. They don't want us to know. Only the elite get to know, because that's just the way it's always been. But the problem is a lot of the people at the top, some of them don't have it in their DNA, so they're stealing it from those who do. They're stealing it from those who do. What do you think is happening to people? This person goes missing, that person goes missing, where do you think they're getting that DNA? What do you think they're taking out of them to get all that looking like? You know where I'm going with this. There's going to come a time when that DNA, somehow, whether we're activating it, somehow, some way, that DNA is going to activate. And we're going to find out. Well, people are already finding out. I have. And I know. And the secret, I'm telling you, the secret all has to do with our Father, our Creator. It's the immortality and all that supernatural stuff and the abilities. Talks about it in these books that I read. It started with Him. And what do you think Satan was trying to pawn off to Eve? Satan had access. Satan had access to that same stuff. I don't know what it is. Tree. It says it's a tree, but I don't believe it was a tree. I don't believe it was a tree. I believe it was something else. He had access to it because he knew so much. He knows. He has the knowledge. He had the same knowledge that Adam and Eve had. Why do you think he was behaving the way he was behaving? I guarantee you, he partook of that knowledge, and that's what propped him up. And he went, "Well, I think I can do better than Yahuwah, and I should be worshipped, and I should be God. I think I'm gonna," because it puts you in a state of mind. This tree of knowledge of good and evil puts you in a state of mind that you're better. That's what that did. And Satan had that, and he knew that if he could get Adam and Eve to take that, and look at the mentality of a narcissist. It talks about narcissism in the Bible. Look at their mentality. Better than everybody. Don't take responsibility for anything. Better than everybody. Better than this person, that person. It doesn't matter what it is. They believe they're entitled and they deserve They want adoration, just like they want to be worshipped. If you're not worshiping them and kissing the ground they walk on and giving them whatever they want, they're going to treat you like crap. You're going to suffer the consequences. That's what that tree of knowledge and stuff. It turns you into, instead of being humble and like you're supposed to be, humble and reverence our Father and being happy and content with just adoring Him, that taking that tree of knowledge of good and evil, whatever it was, elixir or whatever, changed your DNA and turned you into a piece of crap. It changed your mindset for the worse, to where you didn't recognize Yahuwah as who he was meant to be. You just, all you became selfish. Selfishness entered into you. Sin entered into you, which selfishness is sin. You know, pride is sin. Ego is sin. Nowhere in the Bible will you have, and all these books, and I gotta stack them, you guys. I gotta stack them. Nowhere in any of these books have I seen or read anything about Yahusha having any, not even a smidgen of pride or ego. Nothing. None of it. Not even a little bit. I'm thinking talking about Yahuwah. All these books talk about how merciful, but he had to lay down the law when it was time to. The DNA is in us, and the only way to switch it back, it talks about the only way to switch it back to pre-fall days, you know, before they did what they did, is you have to reconnect with Him, repent, take Yahushua as your Savior, and do all that, and then go down. Then you got to start that process of change, because your spirit, it's all spiritual. You got to change. You got to get that flesh under control. That's why I'm saying crucify the flesh, because that was it was the flesh that has caused all these problems. It's the flesh, selfishness. Flesh is synonymous with pride, ego, sin, all that.
Big facts. Say, man, Green Eyed Angel be doing her thing. Shout out to her. Y'all go follow her on TikTok. She also has a YouTube channel, Green Eyed Angel. Look her up. Go check out some of her videos. Show her some love. Asheville just can't get a break, man. It's a tornado in Asheville, North Carolina.
Santa Hugo, I have another letter here. It says, Dear Santa Hugo, I have been working hard in school all year and making sure my grades are all A's. I have also been working on my junk shop, but my junk shop in 2K needs some work. I'd really love a PlayStation if you have one. P.S. a PlayStation 5. Wait, Hugo, not the one my dad used to play with the square graphics. Ooh. Happy holidays, friend.
Boy, they wrong for that. How they gonna do that little man like that? That little guy. Take his PS5 that he won that they gave to him and give him a jersey instead. Boy, they need to be canceled for real.
I think that's their skin.
I don't know. That's kind of weird. That's not normal.
Nah, for real though.
Chicken supposed to be like not like that.
No.
Chicken supposed to be like no.
Man, that ain't no chicken. That got to be rat meat or something, man. I ain't never seen no chicken, man, that got hair coming out of it. Feathers, yeah, but hair, nah. Man, like I say, man, don't fall for the boo-boo. You gotta watch what you eat, question everything. What are they
I know you from Robot Chicken.
That's so fun.
Yeah. For the people who don't know, explain to them the concept of Robot Chicken.
I invented a child molesting robot.
What's not to understand?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll speak up. It's a robot that is designed to molest children. And I call it...
It's fairly self-evident, Robot Chicken. Yeah.
It's all in the title.
Yeah.
And it can, theoretically, molest twice as many children as a human molester in, quite frankly, half the time. So, do I win the contest? I think I win?
3 Emmys.
Yeah.
3 damn Emmys. Congratulations.
Yeah. It seems so odd to get awards for that.
No, yeah, we have a clip here, I understand, of this.
You do is you start by building a regular robot, then you molest it and hope that it continues the cycle.
Disgusting. Them people are sick.
They had a law that they created that said that anything other than grass could not be in your front yard. It's called the Beautification Act of America. Because people had whole farms. You wanted a lot of land, not to cut that sucker with a lawnmower, to grow stuff, to take care of your stuff. But no, we need you to go to the grocery store now. And keep in mind, the grocery store doesn't have anything growing. And in your mind, you keep saying it's a grocery store and there's nothing growing. You go to the pharmacy and there's no farm. But you know, your mind has been programmed by lack, limitation, and not enoughness in a slave mindset. You're not able to put it all together here. There's nothing in here healthy. So the bottom line is we were taught to limit ourselves from our natural healing. We were taught to be afraid of getting into our natural self because that's paganism. Herbalism is paganism. You got crystals and you got stones and things, and you into these numbers. That's pagan. You got to go to the church to get your healing, and you got to wait till you die to go to heaven. But the book, I'm reading the book, and don't say that. Where is this in the book at? I thought it said something about creating heaven on earth. I thought it said something about you can do more than I. Once you realize that you've got to reach this divine state inside you, and once you reach that, they call it in Sanskrit the siddhi. You have to reach this divine state, right, where you are existing, right, by creating your outcome in your mind first. First in your mind, then feel it like it's already happened. Feel like you are creating heaven on earth. Feel your body healing. Feel your organs regenerating. I've had people who have healed just from thought. I said, just focus on your leg, your knee, being better.
The original one that rode horses were the
Facts, man. We need to get back to that for sure, no doubt.
black cowboys. They taught the white men how to do it. But when they showed us the movies, they only showed us the movies of white cowboys. And we didn't know that they were the original one because they took care of the horses and the cattle, and they taught them how to do it. So they called them boy, come here, boy. So when they was taking care of the cattle, they said, and the cows, and they called one of them that took care of the cows, they called them cowboy, come here, cowboy.
And that's
where
where
the name cowboys come from.
That's where it came from. So the African American blacks or whatever, blacks are the original.
Black cowboy was the first cowboys.
That's some great history right there to learn that.
But we had breaks in school where they let us watch movies. They was all cowboy movies, but they was all white, so we didn't know.
They edited that part. They didn't put the truth. They put the white man as a cowboy.
Every little kid in my day, you had to have a little cowboy outfit, little cowboy boots with your little things on the back. And he had to have little cowboy guns, and they played with them on. Then they got to shooting the little boys, and they thought they had a real gun later on. The boy in the park, 9-year-olds, he shot and killed him. He jumped out and just started shooting them, mowing them down there, and asked no questions.
Say, man, that's just a little brief history lesson, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like I always say, man, you learn something new every day. How many of you knew that and how many of you didn't know that? Let me know. Man, I've been hearing that since I was a little bitty boy. Well, that's all she wrote, y'all. I hope you had a good one today. I hope you have a good one today. I hope you had a good one yesterday is what I meant to say. But like I always say, see you in the next video. It's your boy Coozie. I'm out. Holla. Y'all take it easy.